If you're not sure if your training is working, you're like, man, I'm riding the spur board, I'm working out, I'm doing all the things, but why aren't my feet getting faster? First thing we need to do is we need to talk a little science, right? So I'm going to break down a couple important terms and then we'll get into it. Some vocabulary first. Intensity means how hard you're working compared to your best. To make something more intense, you have to go faster or push harder, or maybe both. Second thing is a motor unit. It's just a team of muscle fibers and a special nerve cell. There are different kinds of motor units, each with their own job. The last thing you've probably heard of these like fast and slow muscle fibers. Type 1 fibers, they're smaller, and type 2 fibers are larger. Type 1 are not very powerful, but they don't fatigue easily. Type 2 are super powerful, but they do fatigue very easily. Our muscles are made up of these motor units, these fibers, and so when we're trying to produce force, whether we're curling a barbell or spurring a bucking horse, our body, our central nervous system, it's going to recruit those fibers, those muscles, those motor units in a predictable fashion, always starting with the smallest first, working to the largest or the fastest as we require more force. Why? Well, it saves energy. You think about using type 2 muscle fibers to type on the computer, you'd need a new computer, right? Second thing is preventing injury. Ligaments and tendons, they're maybe not equipped or ready for the amount of force that you can produce if you just tapped right into your type 2 muscle fibers. But I have good news for you. The size principle is highly trainable, meaning that you can get to where you produce more force, right? You produce more force, you become more powerful or more explosive. The worst way to become more explosive is actually going to be training to failure or doing this endurance type work where we're going with no rest. You've probably heard low weight, high reps to get toned. All that does is develop type 1 muscle fibers, which is great for bodybuilding or for running a marathon, not so great for the rodeo arena. The first of two ways to become more powerful is to train heavy with progressive overload. Not only are you going to increase muscle mass as you lift heavier and heavier weights, more importantly, you're going to get the neural adaptations and your body's going to start recruiting more and more type 2 or those fast muscle fibers, allowing you to become more powerful. The second way is to move heavy things fast. Beyond lifting heavy, lifting fast or faster can significantly impact the recruitment rate of type 2 motor units. Olympic lifts, loaded jumps, plyometrics, banded exercise, they're all going to boost the activation of our biggest type 2 motor units, which are also the quickest fibers to generate force, helping us generate high amounts of force quickly. Something like the size principle might be a little overwhelming, and that's okay. Shoot me a DM. I'm happy to answer any of your questions. We could get you started on a program to make sure that you're getting stronger, that you're going to become more powerful so that you can see the results in the arena.